Hi everyone. I know it's not Halloween, but you know what? I love Halloween, and if I want to celebrate it this way all year round, I'm gonna celebrate it all year round. So today, I wanted to paint some jack-o'-lanterns. My palette today will be my good old Daniel Smith watercolors. I really love how pigmented they are, and I love how they work on wet and wet techniques. I love them. They're great colors all the way around. So, I wanted to talk a little about why I've been so MIA and apologize for the lack of video updates, regular ones. My husband and I recently had to move. My parents were out of the country for 2 years, and they needed a house sitter. So I house sat their house, and I was all, ready to move and whatever, and I couldn't find a place to move. It was a bit of a disaster, and they were kind enough to let us crash in their home for a little while longer than we anticipated. We ended up having to go into a housing program, which there's no shame in going into these types of housing programs. It's just, I don't know, it's a little frustrating for me because I always feel like there's someone else who could use it more than me. But I think it's been for the best so far, and I'll explain why in just a minute. We spent almost 2 months crashing in their home after they got back. 2.5 actually. We finally got the call, and they were like, yeah, we have a house. We have an apartment. We think we're ready for you. And the coronavirus hit. Thank you, coronavirus. So the people at the apartment complex needed to do a little bit of renovation from their last person who was there. So we had to wait longer, and we finally got to move. I'm telling you guys, I hate moving. Oh my gosh, I hate moving. I hate the packing, I hate the stress, I hate not being able to sleep days before. And even more difficult for me is I'd never been to this place. And so I had all sorts of anxiety going into this. We needed a house, obviously, or a home, so I was like, well, come hell or high water.
To make it feel right, you just could stay just for the night. And I will always wonder.
It's already proven to be very advantageous as my husband is in a wheelchair and the housing is ADA accessible. I'll tell you what, he is loving it. He can get places in here. He can get around comfortably. He can organize things. He can set up a normal schedule for himself. So, there have been good things since moving. Maggie is now my ESA, and Maggie is actually my sister's dog. She graduated from college this year, but she doesn't have somewhere to take the dog, and Maggie's kind of become Isaac and mine's socializing animal, if that makes sense. Like, she makes us go on walks, she makes us remember that we have to take care of her, It's easy to do it for your spouse, but when you have an animal who's dependent on you, I think it takes on a different sort of importance. And so that's been really helpful. So I think that's part of the reason I really just wanted to paint pumpkins, because Halloween is my favorite time of year. It's what makes me feel comfortable. It's what makes me happiest. And so for me right now, even despite the corona outbreak, this is where I feel happiest. Daydreaming of Halloween. I want to offer these as stickers in my store. I'm hoping to do that soon. This is the first set of them. I think there's a grand total of 2 pages worth, and they're fairly large because I'm going to shrink them down quite a bit. But I think they might be fun, and if you love Halloween, I think you would enjoy these stickers because I've tried really hard to make them all individualistic. And, I need something happy. And I bet you guys do too.
As I walk in to my opening scene, the actors feel like a dream, and feeling like we're misunderstood. You're holding me up just with a kiss. You knowing this high you just can't miss. And I wonder why I even try. What can I do to make it feel right? You just could stay just for the night. And I will always wonder.
So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next week on our next video. Thanks for watching, guys.